Nobody tells you the hardest part of retiring early isn't the budgeting or the health insurance or even deciding what to do with your time. I didn't expect early retirement to feel like this. So I'm sharing this for anyone who's recently retired or looking to retire early. The hardest part of retiring early is realizing your body still thinks it's living in your old life. So this morning I woke up from what I call a hangover sleep, not from alcohol, but from thinking. It was a kind of night where your mind just replays moments from the day before on a loop, like you're still at work or you're still trying to solve something, still trying to get it right. And the funny part is, since I'm retired, it wasn't about work, it was all about YouTube. It's this little hobby I picked up after retiring early. But wait, don't click off just yet. There's a bigger story here, I promise. So I spent the night replaying scenes in my mind, a video that didn't perform the way I hoped, thumbnail tests I've been running, lessons I'm learning from this course I took about how to create content, just like old survival brain things. But I woke up this morning feeling kind of gross. Like, wait, how did I recreate work mode in my soft early retirement life? How did this supposedly fun project activate the same exhaustion patterns from my career? And the deeper truth hit me. Early retirement doesn't instantly erase who you had to be to survive. Let me say that one more time. Early retirement does not instantly erase who you had to be to survive. Like 10 years ago, for example, I basically abstained from all the social media. And honestly, that was probably one of the healthiest decisions I ever made because, and I realized that this morning, the moment I stepped into the YouTube world, I can feel how easily it taps into those old psychological loops, the comparison, the metrics, the uncertainty, the constant search for what works. Is it me? Is it the algo? It's like social media is built to talk directly to the part of your brain that used to keep you alive. But luckily, it clicked. Like for me, I realized I'm safe now. But the thing is, my nervous system doesn't seem to know that yet. And that's really what this phase of early retirement is. It's not about choosing which cruise to go on or what hobby to try next. For me, it's a detox. It's a shedding of layers. It's a slow update of what I would call my internal processing software. In early retirement, I'm having to learn how to be a person who isn't in survival mode anymore. And that's been way harder than I expected. Because when the hustle was your whole identity, you don't realize how deeply it lives in you. Sure, you can leave the job, you can leave the schedule, you can leave the expectations, you can leave all of that behind when you quit work. But parts of you still wake up every morning ready to fight for your life. That's what I felt last night. Not like fear exactly, just the familiar hum of old survival strategies getting activated by something as silly as YouTube. So for me, yeah, it was like YouTube, but for you, it'll be disguised as something different. Maybe a hobby, meddling in the lives of your friends or family, or a romantic relationship, finally pursuing what you thought would be a fun passion project. Whatever it is, your newfound free time also frees up mental energy that can go haywire. So I want to just talk about those old survival strategies that got activated by what was supposed to be a fun hobby. In some ways, I'm reframing them because maybe you'll recognize some of them in yourself. So, survival strategy number one is overanalysis. When you grow up in environments where getting it right mattered, your brain becomes an expert at replaying scenes, like examining every angle, trying to diagnose what happens. So last night, for example, mine was analyzing other creators' success, like it was a performance review. So in survival mode, overanalysis feels protective. But when you're in early retirement, it just feels heavy. So, my retired reframe for overanalysis is this: I don't need to solve everything. Some things can just exist. Survival strategy number two, comparison as safety. Comparison is ancient, it's been around for the ages. It was how we used to decide what tribe to follow, who was safe, who succeeded. In my old life, comparison helped me survive professionally. It kept me sharp, aware, competitive, but in retirement, it doesn't have a place. So, my retired reframe for comparison is this: what someone else is doing tells me nothing about my path. My life doesn't need to scale. Survival strategy number three was preemptive problem solving, and boy, was I good at that. This is the one where you imagine a problem before it even happens, because anticipating everything made the world feel safer in my old world. For me, this now shows up as, should I fix this before someone gets their own idea? Should I stay ahead of something that isn't even a real issue? Old me did this brilliantly. It's how I was successful at work, it's how I navigated socially, but retired me does not need to. So my retired reframe for preemptive problem solving is this: if a problem doesn't exist, I don't need to create it. Survival strategy number four is identity proofing. Now, this one's subtle. It's the urge to demonstrate your value, your capability, your mastery, even when no one asked. Again, you're kind of fighting your brain for these invisible problems, these invisible people that don't even exist. It's the old world survival script that's whispering, show them you're good, show them you figured it out, make sure they see you, know what you're doing, make sure they can't dismiss you. But in retirement, I don't need that script. So my retired reframe is this: I don't need to prove anything to anyone ever. I just need to live. And finally, survival strategy number five, urgency as a lifestyle. And this is what kept me anxious for as long as I can remember. This one takes the longest to unwind, and I'm honestly still working through it. It's the feeling that every decision is loaded and everything needs a resolution. For me, something as simple as a hobby channel on YouTube tapped that nerve, not because it matters, because it doesn't, but because urgency was my default mode for so long that my brain keeps trying to recreate it, even for things that don't matter. So my retired reframe is this: nothing in my life requires urgency anymore. So, yeah, that's the strange gift of early retirement. You have all this freedom, but you also have all these old reflexes and survival instincts that don't know where to go. I'm learning that being retired isn't just about having time, it's about teaching my nervous system a new way to exist. A life where nothing is chasing me, nothing is grading me, nothing is urgent, and every decision I make can be gentle. I'm not even trying to thrive. I'm not chasing self optimization, and I'm not reinventing myself. I'm just trying to be me. And sometimes that means waking up after a weird hangover sleep about YouTube and realizing, oh yeah, I went into survival mode, but I don't have to stay there. I can redirect, I can choose softness, I can remember I am safe now. So if you're already retired or aspiring to retire, that's the message I want you to hear as well. If you've retired early or you're planning to, and you find yourself spiraling or comparing or slipping into old patterns, you're not doing it wrong. You're just detoxing. You're just unwinding the old world and its deeply ingrained survival habits from your nervous system. And bit by bit, you will learn to inhabit this new life, not as the person who survived your career, but as the person you get to be now, and you get to choose who that person is.
there. That was so much, everybody. Bye.